Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 1 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Beaufort County Community College where some impacts to how much a 4-year degree will end up costing. Now, while completing their associate's degree, BCCC says students in the criminal justice program can use the Beaufort Promise Scholarship to reduce the cost of a 4-year education. Students who complete an associate degree in applied science and criminal justice technology can now transfer to Lees-McRae College, according to a press release. Now, the college in Banner Elk offers a fully online program that builds on the foundation of their associate's degree, according to BCCC. Crystal Watts, the lead instructor for criminal justice technology, said, quote, "The fully online format makes this program especially accessible to working professionals who need flexibility while they continue to pursue their career and educational goals." Now, BCCC says graduates can save time and money by transferring up to 75 credit hours towards a Lees-McRae bachelor's degree. Now, staying on the educational topic, we got news from Raleigh that test scores as well as graduation rates across the state have risen. That's according to the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction and newly released test data presented to the State Board of Education on Wednesday. State Superintendent Mo Green said he's proud of the hard work being done by students and teachers across the state. He said in a statement, quote, "While the progress and growth shown in these reports deserves praise, we must continue our work to promote excellence for all students. Our plan is to achieve educational excellence for every child in North Carolina and to have the best public schools in the nation," end quote. Now, according to the data, the department says students scored higher in 12 of 15 math and reading assessments. It also shows that the graduation rate for 4-year cohort is at 87.7%, the highest it's been in the past 10 years. Now, the data shows that more North Carolina schools are earning an A, B, or C school performance grade. A press release says around 71% of schools met or exceeded growth during the 2024-2025 academic year. Now we want to highlight, of course, your weather forecast. It's looking great out there right now. If you just came from maybe running some errands, driving around town, you probably enjoyed the clear sunny skies. Sunglasses necessary today. 79 degrees in Greenville right now. Northerly wind at about 9 miles an hour. Dew point in the mid-50s. That is something that shouldn't be taken advantage of, or at least taken for granted. That's something we don't usually get to see this early in the fall season. Of course, I'm talking about meteorological fall. If you're hoping for the actual fall, that's, well, astronomical fall, I should really say. That's coming up later on in September. Right now, 79 degrees feels like 79, thanks to that northerly wind blowing in at about 9 miles an hour. Air temperature slowly starting to approach that 80-degree mark. Right now, we're there in Rocky Mount, close through Beaufort, New Bern, Jacksonville, Hatteras, Kenansville, Kinston, Washington, Greenville, Goldsboro, Williamston, Ahoskie, Edenton, and Elizabeth City and Swan Quarter. All of those areas I just named, all coming in with an air temperature of around 78 to 79 degrees. Now, through the rest of the afternoon, again, we are going to be getting a little bit warmer. Not a lot warmer, but a little bit, maybe a few degrees here and there. Northeasterly wind will continue to blow in at about 5 to 10 miles an hour for inland areas. Those of you watching along the water anticipate more of a 10 to 15 mile per hour breeze, and those winds will relax overnight tonight. And when those winds relax, they'll be able to shift directions. The northeasterly wind flow is what's been keeping that cool and comfortable air present in eastern North Carolina over the past several days. So as we wake up tomorrow morning, we will still wake up to those cool and comfortable conditions. However, through the day, you'll note we've got plenty of sunshine, but it's the southwesterly winds that are really going to push that heat and humidity back into eastern North Carolina. Right now we've got your highs set in the mid to upper 80s coming up for tomorrow. Anywhere between around 86 to around 89 degrees is where most eastern North Carolinians will likely end up for highs tomorrow. As far as kind of a big picture look, we've got an area of moisture set up off to our west. That is not going to make it eastward. Certainly not going to make it, I would say, past the Charlotte and Greensboro areas. Now, on Thursday, another round of rain will approach the east, but we won't see any drops truly make it into eastern North Carolina until we get into your Saturday evening to Saturday night. It is that secondary front back towards St. Louis that will have our number. The first one, just not going to dig far enough south to really give us any sort of a break and really not give us any sort of rain potential. But that secondary one, that one is going to be dipping far enough south to, again, give us a shot at some rain through the middle of the weekend. Anticipate some rain showers showing up Saturday evening to Saturday night. So if you've got any plans Saturday night, make sure you have an umbrella handy and understand that, again, some of those downpours could maybe, I don't want to say spoil any plans, but certainly force you to run for cover if you're outside. Now, we do have our eyes on the area of concern. Right now, just a cluster of thunderstorms in the central to eastern portion of the Atlantic Basin. This system is moving west towards the Lesser Antilles and over the next 7 days has a high chance of tropical formation. That's a 70% chance. Over the next 48 hours, it's a low chance, just a 30% chance. So certainly something we're going to be watching, but right now, nothing tropical showing up on your 8-day forecast, which again is very encouraging. We've got low 60s for tonight, mid 60s tomorrow night, upper 60s, possibly low 70s by the time we get to Friday night into Saturday morning. And that right there, again, is a mark of rising humidity. Now, we won't be able to get back quite as comfortable as where we're at right now coming up next week, but we will see a drop in humidity from where we're going to be this weekend, particularly on Saturday. The humidity will take a bit of a drop, but again, we will still be a little bit more humid next week than what we've experienced here over the past few days. That's all we have time for today's 1 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic day.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Supreme Choice.